you feel like you need to change your major, but you're thinking like it's too late. For anybody that is going through the same type of thing as me, welcome back to my channel. I am Phaja, and I'll be talking about my journey through college and changing my major as a junior, and just all that I went through to get where I am now. Finding my purpose, finding my passion again, finding that light, that fire of creativity, all that type of stuff. So if you guys are interested to hear my journey from where I started in college, where I am now, just keep on watching. So I'm basically making this video just to help people that are going through something similar to me. If you are no longer liking your major, if you still don't know what you want to do in life, all these type of things, you're gonna figure it out. Trust me, you're gonna figure it out. It takes time. I feel like doing things to get to know yourself. Just think of what you would want to do every day, like with no issue. You wouldn't mind doing it, things that are fun to you and you get paid for it. That's the life I want to live. In the beginning, I really was passionate about nursing, but I was just such a safe person. Like, everything was so in my comfort zone all the time. Like, I never really thought outside of the box or acted on the things that I've always wanted to do but have been nervous to do. When COVID started, my spiritual journey also started. I started following more spiritual people, and I found Your Spiritual Mermaid, who I just love. I joined her Patreon. I got readings from her and everything. So one reading that I did get from her, we were talking about nursing, because I was in this very like low place after I changed my major to health science. I didn't know what I was doing in school. I was just doing the classes that I had left, and at a point I ran out of classes because I did all the stuff for nursing. I just had to apply. So I did apply, and I'm just taking whatever classes, like, I don't know. I'm just taking some that I did have to finish, like maybe one or two, and then the rest were just random classes. So at this point I'm like, okay, what are you doing, Phaja? I didn't really know. School was just something that was happening that I was in, but I didn't have that passion that I once had. So I got this reading from her, and she was asking me, why do I really want to do nursing? Like, what is your goal? When I was doing nursing, my goal was always to have my own practice and to open like a medical spa. So it wasn't really to be in the hospital after I really started to think about it and stuff. So that's not really what I was trying to do. So then I changed my major to psychology. So throughout this time, I started with a new therapist who I'm still with, and I love her so much. And she was a career development type of counselor in colleges before like she opened her own practice. So she was helping me with like my career development, but it was like when she would talk to me about things or like give me options, it would just be like, I mean, okay, yeah, oh, I'm gonna research it. Never did it. But I was really just in a place of, I don't know, like I didn't know what I wanted to do anymore. I didn't have that passion that I once had, and I'm such a passionate person that I just knew something was up. Like, I'm like, this nursing is not for me. When I want to do things, like, I would talk about it all the time, and nursing just was not that anymore. I don't know if I told y'all, we have the drinky here of the day, cranberry and raspberry juice. So Publix brand, get it, it's good. Me in this reading about nursing, and I'm like, she's like, do you think you're just doing it for like the credentials? What exactly are you really doing it for? And I'm like, I don't know. And she actually brought up marketing in this reading. Like, I never heard nothing about, like, I didn't know nothing about no marketing. All I knew was nursing, and that's what I wanted to do, and that's all I knew. So she said it, but it was just like a thing. It just passed, because I'm like, no, I'll just be a different type of nurse, or in health science, or like an administrator, something like that. So time passes. In therapy, I'm traveling all over the world. Like, last year, I took like 6 trips. I was never with myself. I was never still. I was always on go. Like, this suitcase is packed, wash it, pack it again, I'm out. Wash it, pack it again, I'm out. Like, that's how it was. And I loved it, but it was like with my mental health, my career, like, you know, things that are priorities, they were not priorities in my life, if that makes sense. It was just like work, get my money to go to my next trip. And then I changed my major to psychology, and at this point I'm like, okay, I'm very interested into mental health, so maybe I'm gonna be a therapist. I'm gonna just be a therapist. I'm gonna try therapy. I'm gonna try that. Go back to school after. But it was just something about the go back to school that was not sitting, like I just couldn't really see myself doing that. So that was not sitting right with your girl. If you want to go, you should go. I definitely think it's a great experience. Continuing was just not where, it's not where that's not where I am. It's not what I'm trying to do at all. Change into psychology, and my mental health continued to go downhill. Like I said, I've been traveling. This is like the summer. The summer's dying down now, so it's time to go back to school. I don't have no classes. I don't know what classes I need to take because, like I said, I knew all about nursing. I don't know nothing about no psychology. I don't know where I am and what needs to be next. I'm going into this semester, and it was just a lot happening. I got diagnosed with depression like in early August. Then I went on another trip. I went on 2 trips, I think. I was starting a new job. Like, it was so much happening in that one time, and I'm like, school it was not flowing. So at this point I'm like, okay, well maybe I could just take a semester off, because I knew I needed a break. Like, there was no way I was going to get through this whole semester taking 5 classes and just do that. I knew it wasn't gonna happen. So many obstacles I was going through to try to withdraw, and I just ended up staying in school, got my refund check, and kept it pushing. So I'm still in this mental state though. I know I cannot finish these classes right now. I know it's not gonna work, but I still did it. Not the classes, we're not there yet. In like the first week of school, first 2 weeks, that's when, you know, your first assignments are due. You're supposed to know like what's due, what's coming up next. Your girl didn't know nothing. She didn't know anything at all. Like, I didn't know what was due, when it was due. I wasn't doing it, so I didn't log on to iCollege. Like, since after the first day of school, I didn't log on. Like, I was getting messages, things were due, text messages. So if I forget something or didn't put in my planner, then they'll text me. Didn't have a planner. Didn't know when anything was due. Didn't know what classes I was even taking. Like, people would ask me and I would forget certain names. Like, I didn't know. Like, I was just so out of it. It was just weird. Like, it was so different than what I've ever experienced before. I feel a little bit better, and I started door dashing. I had a different job before, left that job like after a month, and then I started door dashing. And door dashing, I had a lot of time to be by myself, making money, listening to music, listening to my podcast. It was cool. Okay, I'll see her. But yeah, so it was cool. And then I started to feel a little bit better. Like I said, hey, what else does psychology have to offer? What can I do? Like, what else is really here? And I don't know which event kind of went first, but something in me made me want to look up marketing. I knew that I was gonna have to like put myself out there. You're gonna have to network. You're gonna have to do a little more in a different type of category than what I was doing with nursing. And I was just researching it, and something in me said, go get another reading. And I got a purpose reading. She was doing my purpose reading. She heard marketing again. So I'm like, I was just looking this up. She told me one time, and I'm like, I still don't really know, but there's something gotta give. Like, something, this is aligning, this is synchronicities is showing, like, clearly something's there for you, girl. So I started looking that up, talking to my therapist about it too. It's crazy just how everything aligned. My therapist, she had times in college where she did different internships with, you know, things that basically helped her with the marketing aspect of psych too. So everything was aligning. At this point, I'm feeling a little better. I took another trip because, like I told you, I was taking trips all year, and I went to California. And it's crazy because I was never a person that really wanted to go to Cali. Like, it was like I wouldn't mind going, but I was never like, I want to go to Cali. I was just surrounded by people that I was just surrounded by so much love. I was surrounded by so much love and creative people. I feel like they, like, all the energy that was like there just put the spark back into me. I found it. I feel like I got so open-minded on this trip. Like, I had an ego death during this trip. Like, it was just such a chill but calm, loving, like, you could just tell everybody loved the birthday girl. And I talk about this trip all the time because it really was life-changing. So I'm a junior now. I changed my major. I'm in a whole different realm. My career path is so different than what it was before. So I'm navigating this new career path. I'm redoing my resume because everything I had was nursing, that under that umbrella. So now I am a psychology major and I am going into like the marketing and advertisement part of things and business and all that type of stuff. So I basically am making this video just to let you guys know that it's never too late to change your mind and to go with your passion and to go with your purpose or find your purpose. It's never too late. And I feel like it's just very important to try to be more self-aware, to know when things just aren't aligning for you and trusting yourself to do something else and not being scared to take that risk, to take that jump. So if you are in the same type of predicament, keep on watching the channel. Taking you guys on my journey, definitely using school to learn, of course, but also to network and to just, you know, get into different doors, join different clubs that can get me to different heights and stuff like that. You get a lot of opportunities when you're in college. I feel like college is definitely experience and opportunities written all over it. Explore your options, talk to your advisors, see where you can go next, and it won't really set you back too much, because I understand when you're at, like, in junior, you're not trying to start all over, like all over. You're trying to get out. So I definitely understand, not to throw shade, but some of the advisors do not be knowing what they're talking about. So reach out to different advisors. If you just call your advisement office and ask to talk to somebody, because you might meet somebody that's very nice and they know what they're talking about. Talk to different people that go to your school. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Like me, who do it all with nursing, and now I'm in this realm that I don't know. Definitely something that I've been doing more, asking more questions, telling people that I'm starting over, telling people that I just changed my major. Like, you know, people like to talk and people like to help people. So don't be afraid to ask questions. You guys subscribe down below so you can continue on my journey of figuring out this thing called life and all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Be sure to comment down below what you'd like to see next. Subscribe, share this video with all your friends, family, and the rest of them. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok at phajjordan, and I'll see you guys in my next video.